Every app on my phone was built with Flutter. I built them myself and they constantly make money. Want to learn how to build apps like me? So the first step is Flutter. Flutter is a tool that helps you build mobile, web, and desktop applications from a single codebase. In this video, I'll show you how to install Flutter on Windows from scratch and set up everything you need to start learning Flutter. If you're using macOS, don't worry. I already made a complete setup guide for Mac and you'll find it in the description below. If this video helps you, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. Open the official Flutter website. All links from this video are in the description below. The first thing we need to install is Git. Git is a tool that helps you save the history of your code, go back to older versions, and work with other developers. Open the official Git website, download Git, and start the installation. During the installation, keep clicking Next until you reach the step where you need to choose the default text editor. By default, Git selects Vim. I do not recommend using it if you are a beginner because it can be difficult to use. Open the drop-down list and select Use Notepad as Git's default editor. Notepad is the standard text editor that comes with Windows. Everyone already has it installed, so there is no need to download anything else. Git will not use this editor very often, so Notepad is more than enough for now. Select it and click Next. For all the remaining steps, just keep clicking Next. At this stage, there is no need to change anything. Later on this channel, we will have separate videos about Git, and we will set it up properly for real projects. So make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you do not want to miss those lessons. Now click Install and wait for the installation to finish. To check that Git is installed, open the terminal and run Git version. As you can see, everything is working correctly. Let's move on to the next step. Open the page shown on the screen and download the Flutter archive. After that, go to your C drive, open Users, open your user folder and create a folder called Develop. Now open the terminal and type expand dash archive-path. Next, open the folder where the archive was downloaded. Right-click the archive and select Copy as Path. Go back to the terminal and paste the path. Then type -destination. Now open the develop folder that we created earlier. Right-click it and select Copy as Path. Go back to the terminal and paste the path. Press Enter and wait for the archive to be extracted. Now we need to connect Flutter to the system. This will allow us to use the Flutter command from the terminal. Open Edit the System Environment Variables. Then click Environment Variables. Select Path and click Edit. Now open the folder where Flutter was extracted and find the bin folder. Right-click the bin folder and select Copy as Path. Go back to the path editor. Click New and paste the path to the Flutter bin folder. That's it. Now we need to check that Flutter is working correctly. Open the terminal and run flutter -- version. As you can see, we get an error. This happened because we need to reopen the terminal. Let's do that and run the command again, flutter -- version. As you can see, everything is working correctly. Flutter is now installed. Next, we need to install Android Studio. Android Studio is the main program we will use for coding. Go to the official website and download the Android Studio. After the download is complete, install it exactly as I do on the screen. Then launch Android Studio and follow along with me. Choose the standard setup type, accept the terms, and keep clicking Next until the installation begins. Now just wait for the installation to finish. When it's done, click Finish. Next, go to SDK Manager. Make sure the first entry with API level 36 is selected. In my case, version 36.1 is selected, and it works perfectly. These requirements can change over time. So if you see a different AP version in the future, just choose the version recommended in the official instructions. After that, open the SDK Tools tab. Check that everything from the list is installed. If something is missing, select it, click Apply, and wait for the installation to finish. Next, we need to accept the Android licenses. Open the terminal and run flutter -- android - licenses. Review the licenses and accept everything that is required. Next, we need to enable VM acceleration. It is used to improve the performance of the Android emulator. Using the Windows search bar, type Turn Windows features on or off. Open it. Check the box next to Windows Hypervisor Platform. Click OK. Wait for the installation to finish and restart your computer. If you restarted your computer, welcome back. Next, we need to install an Android virtual device. Open Android Studio again. Then open Virtual Device Manager. Click Create Virtual Device. For example, I will choose Pixel 10 Pro. If the system image is not installed yet, download it first. The system image is basically the Android version used by the emulator. Now click Finish. Next, open Additional Settings. Scroll down and set graphics acceleration to hardware, just as the Flutter team recommends. Now click Finish again. Next, let's make sure everything works correctly. Open the terminal and run. Flutter Doctor. As you can see, we have one issue. Visual Studio is not installed. To fix this issue, open the link shown in the error message. Download the free version and run the installer. During the installation, select Desktop Development with C++, then continue the installation. When the installation is complete, run the command again, Flutter Doctor. As you can see, we now get no issues found. Flutter is fully installed and ready to use. Let's create a folder called Projects where all of your future projects will be stored. Now open the terminal and run Flutter create my first app. Next, open Android Studio. Go to the Plugins tab, find the Flutter plugin and install it. This plugin adds Flutter support to Android Studio. After the installation is complete, restart Android Studio. Now open the project we just created. Here you can see the default code generated by Flutter. This is basically your first test application. Now let's launch the Android emulator. Open the Device Manager tab and press the Start button. As you can see, the emulator is now running correctly, and now it's time to launch our first application. At the top, in the device list, select the Pixel 10 Pro emulator and press the play button. This is the first launch, so Flutter starts downloading additional components. Because of that, the first launch may take a while. As you can see, the application started successfully and everything is working correctly. We can change the text, press Ctrl+S, and the changes appear immediately thanks to the hot reload feature. By the way, the first launch often ends with errors. If you get an error during the first launch, try launching the application from the terminal first. After that, everything should work correctly, and you will be able to use the play button normally. Run this command, Flutter Devices. Now you can see the same list of devices that we saw earlier. Copy the emulator name from the second column. In my case, it's emulator 5554. Now run the following command. This command will launch the application and install all required components correctly. And as you can see, everything works. Now you can stop the process. Click inside the terminal window and press Ctrl+Z on your keyboard. Now try launching the application again using the play button. This time, everything should work correctly. From now on, you can use this button normally. Let's test other platforms. At the top, in the device list, select the web browser and launch the application again using the play button. As you can see, it works. Now let's test the desktop application. At the top, in the device list, select Desktop and launch the application again using the play button. As you can see, it works as well. So now we have successfully configured everything and launched our test application on Android, web and desktop. And as a bonus, let's install another useful tool called Flutter Version Manager. Subscribe to the channel and I will see you soon on DevTrack.